I got Leica Q2 Reporter's Edition, and guess what? I sold it a week later. Let me tell you why. So the main reason was that I sold it because what I'm thinking is that this camera doesn't cost $5,000 to $6,000. It's a really nice camera, really nice point shoot camera, but I don't think it cost $5,000 to $6,000. I think the maximum price for that camera specifically, the one that I have, it's maybe $2,000. It's a good quality, takes an awesome photos, and I don't know, like how people say, there is something wrong with this photos. Like, not wrong, I mean, they look different compared to any other camera. I don't know, are those blacks just too black, or I don't know, it's just the whole picture is different. So let's go off the first thing that I didn't like. First thing, let's talk about autofocus. I totally get that some of you gonna say, oh, you know what, you could have used manual focus and stuff like that. But come on guys, I'm buying a $5,000–$6,000 camera to use a manual focus. I totally understand. Leica has M11 that costs like $10,000 and it's fully manual focus and everything, and I totally get that. But my thing was to buy that camera is to walk around just on a daily basis, snap a photo, maybe post it on Instagram or the story, and just have it on me all the time. But the thing is, it was so slow. Like, I'm recording right now this video with my Lumix S9, and this autofocus way faster in the photos than that Leica. I totally get it. You're gonna say, okay, this camera is made for social media and content creators, but the thing is, it doesn't cost $6,000. It costs only $2,000. So I totally get it. Leica is like a brand that people wanna buy and everybody wanna do it. But I bet that like 60% of those people who buy that camera, they return it or decided that it's not the type of camera that they want. Plus, it was almost impossible to get a autofocus into the blacks. It was so hard. Like, I couldn't even take picture of my teapot at home with enough light. It's just, the thing is, it was just going forward and back. It's like it was adjusting, but it would never stop. The other thing is stabilization. Stabilization on that camera is not that awesome too, how people say, even though for photos, even though the lens is 28 millimeters, which is not 28, it's 24. I compared it to my other camera, but it's still, like, when you're holding it, it only works when you just half press the shutter, it works. Whenever you trying to do some fast photos, for example, I have kids, and whenever I want to take picture of my kids, or we went outside and I wanted to take a picture of passing by a car, the photo it's not in focus. It's like messed up because it takes forever to do that. And why it takes forever to do that? Because stabilization keep moving, and you can see that it's not even stable enough. Okay, before we continue, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and use this Dehancer code Anatoly10 to go and download Dehancer. Really nice plugin for DaVinci Resolve. And by the way, don't forget about my Instagram, yep, and you'll see more photos in there, even about Leica too. So let's continue. The other thing is white balance. That thing, oh my god, like half of the photos, I usually on my Canon or even this S9, I don't touch white balance. Like, really rarely I touch it in Lightroom. Most of the time it's correct and I just go to the edit. I don't touch white balance. But with this camera that I had for a week, in the whole week I took like probably like 30 to 50 photos, just trying. I didn't try to kill the camera too much, and almost on every single photo that I took, I had to adjust white balance. Again, some of you gonna say everybody is adjusting that white balance on every single photo. Not me, not with my Canon or even my Lumix. I don't do that all the time. Some photos, yes, but with Leica, it was like 90% to 10% that I had to fix. The other thing is the battery. The battery size, oh my god, it's so small. Like, what I mean, it can't hold up all day. It was dying on me like in, I don't know, like 5 hours, and not even taking photos, just turning on the camera, snap few photos, turn it off, walk around, turn on camera, snap few photos, turn it off. And I know some of you gonna say, don't turn off the camera because it'll go in safety sleep mode and the battery will be longer. Okay, I've been doing this on my Canon with no problem, or this Lumix, no battery is dying. What's going on? That doesn't cost $5,000 to $6,000 to do that. It's all about the price. If that camera would have cost like $2,000, maybe $1,500, I totally get it. That's okay, a really nice camera, cool. But not that. Build quality is good, yes, don't worry, it's not everything bad. Build quality is good, I liked it. I like how on the front it has like some kind of cloth, but I wish it would have been Alcantara. That's really nice on the camera, and it's really heavy camera, metal, really good camera outside. Like, the build quality is awesome. I like how the manual focus and autofocus switches, like you have to press a little bit harder. Then the macro mode, when you turn it, the focus ring moves up and down. Really cool. That's really nice. Outside, I have no problems with the camera. Everything in the software and inside the parts. I'm not gonna talk about video because video not that great, but I mean, if you record it off the tripod, yes. Off hands, no. On one of the photos, I put a short stash filter that I have. So it's a black mist with the polarizer on it. And I don't know why that camera even had more issues than normal to take a photo. I don't know if it's because of the glass on the front of it that was a little bit darker, but I tried to adjust my ISO or shutter and aperture, everything, so you'd be at 0 exposure, but I guess it doesn't work that way. Not with Leica cameras. Never thought that I'm gonna talk about Leica that I used for 1 week and not really enjoyed it. I'm just bringing everything from the experience, guys. I'm not just saying just because I want to. I'm saying it because I have Canon R3 and even my Canon RP that I used to have, or Canon R5 that is coming that I ordered instead of Leica. They all still way faster than this Leica. Yes, and I don't care if you can switch lenses or not. Like, lots of people like, oh, you have to switch lenses. I don't have that problem. I can find a different angle with just one lens. For me, was the main problem is that it's super slow. It froze on me a few times outside because we were having like -12 Fahrenheit. I don't know how many Fahrenheit is that. In Celsius it was like -10, and it was like turning off on me. And then the phone app for Leica photos, oh my god, that thing, first thing, I couldn't connect Leica for like 3 days, and then out of nowhere it just like boom, connect. I was doing exactly the same thing. Out of nowhere it just connect. So for me, that's a kind of a problem. My Canon that I didn't like connecting to my phone, because sometimes it takes forever, is still faster and better than that Leica. And my Panasonic is like instant. Like, as soon as I turn on Bluetooth, that thing is already connected to my phone. But with Leica camera, it's not the same. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know if they care about it, but if it's a point and shoot camera, I should be able to throw it on my phone and just stick it on Instagram like 2 days later, you know, or like 2 hours later, 2 minutes later. Plus, don't forget that Leica was made in 2020, I think, or 21. Anyways, it's like a 4-year-old camera, and it's still not capable of doing what other 4-year-old cameras can do. I don't know, lots of people saying good stuff, but not me, guys. Like, it's not my style of camera. So, waiting for my Canon R3, and we'll go from there, and I'll have more behind the scenes footages, b-rolls, and more photos, of course, on my Instagram. By the way, my Instagram. Okay, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about. I mean, I'm glad probably that I sold Leica, and Maybe in the future I'll buy one, but for now I'll stick with the Canon and my Lumix S9. That's the only two cameras that I've been using for a while, and I love these two things. Thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe, like, comment below what you think about it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.